Hello everyone, Ben here from Upstate Iron. Today I'm showcasing to you my 1912, circa 1912, I'm not sure the exact year, Ireland log saw built in Norwich, New York. This saw was a very popular machine for sawyers and for farmers who were wanting to cut firewood mechanically, as this was a time before chainsaws and hand saws were the only alternative. One-man and two-man crosscut saws, as well as other forms of wood-cutting saws. This machine was completely rebuilt by me and my father in 2019 and 2020, and we're very proud of it. We've put a lot of work into it. All of the wood, and all the wood on here is painted red. It was completely redone by me and my dad. There wasn't really much to the saw when we got it, as usually is true with these saws. They're found out in the woods, and all the wood rots off of them. They usually end up at the scrap yard or just buried in the weeds and the dirt for time. So I'm going to show you the saw cutting and operating today. Running the saw is a 1923 5-horse Hercules, a very common hit-and-miss engine. And I'm going to go show you how to start it up. Now there are many ways to start a hit-and-miss engine, and every engine is different. For this 5-horse Hercules, I prefer to bump start it. Bump starting means you take the compression of the engine and use it to start the engine. The first thing you do is prime the engine, get the cylinder full of gasoline. You do so by choking it. It's really no different than choking your garden tractor to start the engine. I've already done so. What we're going to do is turn the engine back on compression, and by using this lever here, we're going to trip the magneto. The magneto sends spark to a set of points in there called an igniter. And the igniter works fundamentally the same as a spark plug. It sends spark to the engine. It's just a little more mechanical, and it's the way that it was done before spark plugs were widespread throughout farms and other places. So first we're going to set the magneto trip lever as such, and then we're going to turn the engine back on compression and trip the lever to trip the magneto, and the engine should start. Make sure the engine's getting oiled. That's the main supply of oil to the engine. When the engine's under load, it tends to want to use more gas, so I'm going to choke a little bit. Now that the engine is running, the first thing we do is feed the log forward by pushing this lever forward. Now that the log is fed forward, now I can lower the saw and engage the clutch. slipping a little bit. I'm having trouble getting through the log. So what I'm going to do right now is put a little molasses on the belt. It's an old-time trick that was done by farmers and logmen and other machinery, flat-belt machinery a long time ago. It's just kind of a easy, readily available way of making the belt a little sticky and making it work a little better. Make all the difference in the world. But in the case of these old machines, it's the way that it was done, a much more simple way. And even something as simple as molasses was something that could help a whole outfit, a whole day's work go by smoothly. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ireland log saw. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this educational, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.